What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Mangalore podcast. If you don't know, the Mangalore podcast is a podcast where me, Toaster Cat, I talk about manga, and I think we just need to talk about the white elephant in the room. I haven't posted in about 2 weeks. I didn't say anything. Well, I have. I've made a post telling you guys that school's starting up again, and that I'm gonna be really busy, but I'm gonna be trying to make a video every week, at least 2 videos a week. Well, that didn't last long, did it? I didn't really understand. I didn't comprehend just exactly how busy this semester was going to be. I'm transferring soon, so I wanted to finish up all the classes that I needed right now. And I assumed I was only going to be taking about 3 classes, but it ended up being that I'm taking 5 classes at the moment, still working full time. And honestly, another part of it is I'm not reading a lot of manga at the moment. Me personally, I'm a phase kind of guy, like not like phase clan, like phases, as in I I like things in seasons. I really get into reading. Epic fantasy novels. I read like an epic fantasy novel like once a month, but sometimes I get really into it and I'll read like 2 or 3 a month. Or I get back into video games and will just play video games. Or when I'm really into manga, I'll only read manga. And right now I'm currently more in like the video game phase, where I'm playing a lot of League of Legends, playing a lot of Darkest Dungeon. I really like that game right now, and not reading that much manga. So that's kind of another reason why I'm not uploading. I'm not even really watching YouTube videos about manga. Sorry about that, but I do need to address a couple of things. First of all, the giveaway. I will be announcing the giveaway winner in about a week or so, because I will be doing a manga haul video and throwing in some other things that I picked up as well, because I haven't just been reading manga. Actually, I've been getting more into American comics again. I've always liked American comics, but I never really dove into it. And recently I picked up Saga and Chew, as well as Deadly Class, and I'm really, really into their deluxe editions. I'm a sucker for hardcovers, and they're really, really nice. So I've been reading a lot of that. I still haven't been picking up manga. I just haven't been showing you guys. So I'll do a big haul at the end of the month, which is, in about a week. And I'll announce the giveaway winner, I'll talk about manga, and hopefully I'll start making videos more regularly. It's just, life happens, and I got busy. And there's enough excuses. I'm making this video because I still want to keep the channel going. I want to be continue to grow the channel, and it's a lot of joy and a lot of fun, and I love talking to you guys, so I'm going to keep doing it. So Manga Lore episode 10, this episode's going to be a little bit short just because I'm kind of busy at the moment, and I don't really have I don't really think I can talk about this topic for 20 minutes as it is. So let's go ahead and get into it. Someone actually told me last time I should talk about the best all-in-one mangas, and I think that's a great topic, and I will give you a few recommendations right now. Manga Lore, leave a like, leave a comment. It really, really, really does show a lot of support, and I'm not making money off this, guys. I'm not really doing this for the clout, because in the manga community, we're a small niche community. We're just like a family. And being on the topic, I apologize to, everyone in this community who, Low Holly, Jane Graves, Amaskio, Bizarre, everyone, for just kind of disappearing and not saying anything. It's just life, I'm still really, really good friends with everyone. It's just I've been focusing on other things, and I'm just apologize to all my subscribers and everyone who likes watching my videos that I've just kind of let you guys down, but I'm still gonna try. But let's get into it. Best all-in-one mangas. So before we start naming some, I just want to overall, just throw this at the barn door, side of the barn, whatever the fucking analogy saying is that Osamu Tezuka has a lot of all-in-one mangas that you can purchase on Amazon. A lot of them are still in stock, and this name, Osamu Tezuka, the grandfather of manga, gets thrown around a lot, and I think it's become this thing where so many people say it, and so many people with a lot of experience in manga and a lot of subscribers say that he is, one of the greatest, and a lot of people just kind of take it for that. Like, they don't look into it themselves. Like, hey, everyone says he's the greatest, he's the greatest. Not gonna go against anyone, but I would say figure out if you think he's the greatest. And one of the best ways is checking out one of his all-in-one editions. You can get them on Amazon. You can get like the Book of Human Insects, Dororo, which is now an anime. Highly recommend that one. It was pretty fun. There's a lot of other ones like Ayako M3 or MW, handful more. Highly recommend checking those out, and they're still fairly cheap. I think each one goes for like $15 to $25, and that's an all-in-one. So they're a lot bigger than just one volume of manga. Usually they're like a 3-in-1 or a 4-in-1, sometimes a 5-in-1. I think Dororo is like 800 pages or something like that, like 700 pages. Very, very, very good use of your money. I think it's a lot of bang for your buck, and you got to find out if you really like Osamu Tezuka. I think he's good. I think he's great. He's a great mangaka. He is not my favorite, but I will say he is the grandfather of manga, simply because he did it first. He was such a pivotal and influential person in the manga community, the manga genre as a whole. So highly recommend finding out if Osamu Tezuka is something you would like, because there's going to be some people that don't like it, and it's completely fine. We all have our own tastes. It's all subjective, but don't say that in the comments, because people will go crazy. All right, next one. So we talked about Osamu Tezuka. I want to talk about a couple of ones that I've read recently last year that I think are really, really good. I made a video on the Lychee Light Club. Very grotesque, very crazy, and just out there story. It's zany and it's disgusting at times, but it's very interesting, and the story is great in my opinion. There's a lot of plot twists. There's a lot of symbolic meaning behind everything, and it was just a great experience. Once I picked it up, I couldn't put it down. I'd highly recommend checking it out. I think it's like $12 to $14, and again, it's like 300 pages. Really, really fun stuff, but it's very, very gory. Take that with a grain of salt. If you like gore, you'll like that. But it was a really, really good fun read. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10. It was really good in my opinion. Another one that is not gory, but also a bit on the somber side is The God's Lie. A very, very good story, very heartfelt story. Think of A Silent Voice. Think of like Your Lie in April with the tone of it. You can tell right away that it's like, hey, this feels like a very sad story, a very sad tale. And it is. And there's this moment, sorry about my cat there. There's this moment in the story towards the end, no spoilers obviously, that happens, and people tend to be like, whoa, this is a fucked up series. I can't believe that happened. I don't think it's a fucked up series because of what happened. I think it's a fucked up event that happens, and that's life. You're not going to live life without experiencing fucked up events, and I still don't consider the series like, dude, that was fucked. This is a fucked up series. I just think there's one fucked up event. Overall, it was a very, very happy series in my opinion. It ended very, very on a very high note, and characters progressed, they grew, and there was a dramatic event that took place, and the characters learned from it. Very good series. Again, that's on the cheaper side, but it is shorter. I think it's only like 200 something pages to one shot. But it's all in one. That's all there is of that series. The God's Lie. Check it out. I believe it's only around like $11 or $12. Really, really, really good stuff there. This next one, if you think Lychee Light Club was fucking ridiculous and insane, I'm gonna talk about Velveteen and Mandela. If you want a series, it's a one shot again. I actually have it right here. Let's open it up. First of all, the art is really, really fucking good, but it's also really gory and really nasty, and it has some sexual pages, some very graphic pages. I wouldn't recommend this for the faint of heart. Very, very nasty scenes, grotesque scenes that you won't see in any other series. I'm talking like worse than Berserk. No, on the level of Berserk, honestly. I don't know if I've ever seen like someone take a shit in Berserk, but you imagine that, you actually see that. So no spoiler obviously, but it's a very weird, very, very weird series, but I think the art's beautiful. I think the characters are fucking insane. And if you are reading this and try to figure out what it's about, like, oh, what's the plot about? Don't. You're not going to be able to. The series is just fucking ridiculous. But that's why I loved it, because of how stupidly strange and kooky it was. It was like nothing I've ever read. I cannot say that Velveteen and Mandela is like anything I've ever read. Any manga I've ever read, nothing comes close to this. It's just so bizarre, and I liked it for that. It was a very strange experience, and I'd highly recommend it. Again, that's on the cheaper side. I believe it's about $12 to $13. So Velveteen and Mandela, highly recommend checking that out. Not highly recommend it, but if you want to read something fucking strange, read that. So let's talk about. I think we're gonna talk about one more series. Actually, let's give a little shout out to Seven Seas, because they're doing these Seven Seas like classic editions. They've done Devilman, they've done Space Yamato, and Captain Harlock. These are kind of, I would consider them all in one, simply because it's a series, like it's all of a series in X amount of books. Like Captain Harlock, I believe, is only $3, and Devil May Cry, Devilman is $2, both being around $20, and both being really, really thick. Highly recommend checking those out. I've been really, really enjoying that. So far I only have the Devilman. I have the first one. I need to get the second one, but I'm cheap and I like to buy a lot of things. So I bought Devilman, the first volume in the classic collection. I bought it for like $14, and the part 2 hasn't dropped from like $22 in a while, and I really want to get it, but I'm a cheapskate, so I'm gonna wait for it to drop to around $17, because it will eventually drop to that much, and I'll buy it. I think those are really, really good. I think the quality is amazing. I think Seven Seas did a really, really good fucking job with that, and I'd highly recommend checking those out if you want some like nostalgia, if you read that when you were younger back in the day, or if you just want to read a classic. So yeah, check those out. But the last series, all in one, we're going to talk about today is Planet Test. This is 2 omnibuses, each omnibus being, I think, around 3 volumes long, 2.5, something like that. But Planet Test is from the creator of Vinland Saga. I personally like Planet Test better than Vinland Saga. I like it better. I like it more. What am I saying? I like it more than Vinland Saga. Why is my cat still crying? I'm gonna go open. I'll be right back. I'm actually not pausing this, guys. You can hear me in the background. I'm opening the door. No edits. Okay, they want her to go outside. We are not doing any edits in this. I'm sorry for the production value being horrible, but we're not getting any edits in. So yeah, I was talking about Planet Test, the creator of Vinland Saga. I said I like it better than, I like it more than Vinland Saga. Simply because it's a compact story. It tells its tale. It progresses its characters. It deals with multiple dilemmas, and it really, really, really progresses one character, our main character specifically, and it fleshes out the world beautifully. I think it is one of my favorite series of all times. I'm a sucker for sci-fi, and it did sci-fi perfectly. What I really, really love about sci-fi is when they incorporate terrorists. That sounds bad, but there's always some sort of like whether it be terrorists or cult group, or I don't like it just being one bad guy being monocle and fucking eye patch being, I am the bad guy, I want to take over. That's not realistic. It's usually a group of people that all share a common goal or share a common enemy that work together in the underground, and they cause havoc. Terrorist groups, cult groups. I love that, and Planet Test does that beautifully. And it really shows the economic side of the future, and space travel is seen in a different light. And there's this one scene with this one character who's actually a priest who used to be an I think like astronaut or astrophysicist, and it's really, really it touches on religion, it touches on theology, and it really got me, and it was like, holy fuck, this is really well written. Highly recommend Planet Test. I think it's out of print though, but I would highly recommend checking that out. It's one of my favorite series of all time, one of my favorite all-in-ones of all time. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry, I've just been rambling. A lot of things have been going on. I will get another video up next week. We will do a manga haul, and then I'll see what happens. But I'm really, really fucking busy. But I love making content for you guys. I'm just so very sorry. Things to look forward to. I'm going to be making a Vagabond video dealing with philosophy. I'm minoring in philosophy. I really want to put my love for Vagabond, my love for philosophy together and make a really, really dope video. Make a lecture type video. I don't know. I need to get a better camera or something and fucking actually do a lecture on Vagabond. That'd be really cool, I think. Like a college course on Vagabond. Would be dope. I want to do that in the future. This year we'll have it done. I'm going to Anime Expo in July. I'm going to be buying a camera for that. My budget for the camera is around $400 to $500, so hopefully I can get something good and then do like a mini documentary on Anime Expo. So thank you guys for watching. Leave comments down below. It's my favorite part of YouTube is the comments. So yeah, thank you guys again. Have a great day. Toast your cat out.